Hey guys, Luke here. Today's video is going to be talking about the Queensland Maroon side. They named it this morning. There's a few changes in there, but most of them were expected. Kalyn Ponga is the big one. Obviously went down injured. Corey Norman has come in. What a shocker. I got to admit, Corey Norman is one player that a few years ago, if you told me he'd be playing Origin, I would have said you're out of your mind. There's no way. But he's gone to the Dragons and he's actually playing okay. In saying that though, he's a very skillful player and he is quite good, but the fact that he's playing, I think it kind of says a lot about the Queensland side. It's kind of funny that all the talk going into game 2 is about the New South Wales halves. This time, I think all the talk's going to be about the Queensland halves. Now, they've just announced a squad. They haven't announced where everyone's going to be playing, so there's a few options for Queensland. Now, we know Corey Norman's in the side. We know Christian Welch has come into the side. Dylan Napa drops out. Tim Glazier retains his spot, and Joe Offen and Gowie comes back into the side. Now, like I was saying before, Queensland, they do have quite a few options on what they can do with the fullback position and what they can do in the halves, but to me, it seems crazy that the fact that Kalyn Ponga is the fullback, but they're going to change like a whole bunch of different positions just to cover one position. They're not just going to put another fullback in. I know they don't have many options, but they could put Michael Morgan back there. I think the more likely thing is Cameron Munster moves to fullback and Corey Norman goes in the halves, but Moses Mbye, he's been on the bench. He can play fullback. He can also play center. So if Michael Walken goes to fullback, Moses Mbye can come into the centers. They've got a few options there. Are any of them particularly good? I'm not really sure. I think Cameron Munster is your best bet to go back to fullback. I think out of all of them, he's easily the best fullback. It's just a matter of whether you think Corey Norman can do the job at 5'8", or even Michael Morgan doing a job at 5'8", and then Mbye in the centers. Or do you want Corey Norman on the bench? I don't know. I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference whether it's Corey Norman or Moses Mbye. I don't see either of them being too effective off the bench anyway, so I suppose it doesn't really matter. But yeah, that's just a few options. Leave in the comment section below, who do you think they're going to go with at fullback? And also, who do you think they're going to go with in the halves for that matter? The rest of the side though, I think it pretty much picked themselves. I think Cherry Evans needs a big game in game 3. They definitely need to rely on him to step up. He has done in the past, but last game is pretty atrocious. I mean, everybody's pretty atrocious in game 2, but yeah, they definitely need a strong performance from him. But to do so, he needs to go forward, and they just didn't have that in game 2. They got dominated by the Blues, and they've dropped Dylan Napa. I think that's a good move. Dylan Napa has not been in form since moving to the Bulldogs. I'm going to say that. I'm a Bulldog supporter, and I thought he's been playing pretty shithouse. Whether it's the injury to the hand or whether he's just not playing good, I don't really care. I don't think Queensland cares either. He's not playing good. He doesn't deserve to be there. Christian Welch has been outstanding. He's come in. I think he'll add a lot to the side. However, I just can't see this forward pack getting on top of the New South Wales forward pack. So I don't know what it says to Queensland. I don't think things are looking very good, especially with this game being at home for the Blues. It's one thing for that Queensland forward pack to aim up and step up in front of the Queensland home crowd. They've got the crowd behind them. There's a lot of inspiration there and a lot of motivation that they're just not going to have. The crowd's not going to be behind them for game 3. So the Blues are going to be inspired. Queensland won't. I just don't see it going well. That's also where I think things could get a little bit scary for Queensland, is the fact that I think Corey Norman, he's the sort of player when things are going well, he's really, really good. He's very skillful. When the forwards are going forward, he can play off the back of that. He can do some really, really good stuff. But when things aren't going well, he's the type of player who tends to make a lot of errors and try and come up with like the magic play, and it doesn't seem to come off very often. So I think they've got to be a bit wary about that. But I mean, there's no other player they could have really picked. I think Corey Norman's the best of the bunch, to be honest. I'll be honest, as a Blues fan, I'm just happy that Cameron Smith hasn't come out of retirement, because they could have had Cameron Smith at hooker, moved Ben Hunt into the halves, and I think we would have been in a bit of trouble there, but it hasn't happened, and thank God for that. Anyway, guys, that's my quick thoughts on this Queensland side. Leave in the comment section below, what are your thoughts of the Queensland side? I don't think it's too bad. I don't think it's much better than the game 2 side, which they got pumped, but you never know. It was just an off day for them, so they could aim up, but I can't see it going too well for Queensland. Well, I hope it doesn't go well. I mean, I'm a Blues fan, so of course I don't want it to go well. Anyway, guys, that's where I'm going to end the video. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, go ahead and smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagrams on the screen right now. My Facebook page is also in the description below. It's on the screen right now as well. It's Mr. Luke. Just search it up. Been posting on there a little bit more. Also, add me on Snapchat, Mr. Luke on YT. Same as what's on the screen right now. Righto, guys, that's all I got to say about this Queensland side. I'm going to end the video here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.